for another couple of years,
it's just going to get worse, you know what I mean? Because then you got the next couple of years worth of tension and stress and imbalance and, you know.
That's right on that band, isn't it?
Yep, so you can feel it like starting here and coming through here. I mean, intuitively, I'm thinking you can feel it, you know?
Oh, wow. Can I have a mini break? Oh, wow.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
You're lucky I enjoy my work, you know?
Man. Have you ever had, in your, I guess because you've been doing it, I mean, do you have situations where you're, for your own self, that you have, like, tension builds up really, like you're...
Well, you know, when I got my neuropathy in my toes, and especially like when my blood sugars were high and Corey was working on my toes and stuff, it was like constantly being pushed to my limit, you know, and I'd pull my foot away and I'd be like, go easier, you know? After I managed to get my sugars under control, my threshold's much higher again.
Okay.
And it used to be quite high before I got, you know, got diagnosed with diabetes, or even, you know, obviously people have diabetes from before they get diagnosed. But yeah, I started to get that neuropathy and tingling. Well, you know what was interesting though, is that how I figured there was something wrong is like I'd push this spot on myself right in here, and I'd felt nothing, completely numb, nothing at all. And then I could come along here and all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, you know, and I'd be like, that's not good. That point I should feel something, you know?
Yeah.
So with neuropathy, it's a kind of weird thing where you can actually get both.
That just moved in.
Oh yeah, the whole thing's just moving on this side now. Yeah, you can get both a numbness and an oversensitivity at the same time, which is really weird. I still haven't quite got rid of that. Perhaps some people say that once the nerves have been killed by excess glucose, it's hard to rejuvenate them. And I've done things like moxibustion in that area, and then I can burn it and stuff if I'm not careful. So yeah, I kind of fucked myself up a little bit. I'll come back to this one for a little while.
Oh, man.
A little bit of a movement there. Big toe's still a bit tight. Yeah, little one's still curving inward. I'll let you have your foot back. As long as you give it back to me, Sam.
That is just so, like, it's like, man, it's like so intense. And it's just like, yeah, it's just like a whole different, like, realm of, like, intensity that you, like, don't feel very
not in your daily life, yeah.
It's
Unless you come and visit me, yeah. Oh, bunny rabbit out in the backyard.
What's that?
Oh, there's a bunny rabbit out in the backyard. I can see.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just a wild one?
Yeah. I'll do a bit more general, you know, stuff. Try and give you a little rest from that.
Do you think this second session's going okay? Like, the first one seemed like it went really well, but.
Yep. You know, I'm working you as much as you can handle, you know?
Yeah.
So we're making as much progress as you're capable of handling, you know? So,
But I mean, my body's reacting, you think, well.
yeah, we got a lot of clicks down here and a lot of movement, you know, a lot of restructuring, what I call restructuring of your foot, you know, as these bones, you know what I mean? Like a lot of joints have moved. So yeah, I'm happy. Just got to, you know, we're just pacing it at what you can breathe into, what you can handle, you know? That's the, and you're, you know, I know it's uncomfortable for you, but you're doing quite well overall, even though, you know, you're putting up with that discomfort, you know, you're breathing, you know, like obviously, like I said, you know, you got that slight tendency with your jaw to tighten up and to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, which is, you know, limiting it a little bit, but, see, that was great. It's like so good, you know? Yeah, but overall, you're trying, you know what I mean? And you know, we're working there. We're working together at our own pace, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that would have clicked like it did, you know what I mean, before. So... You would have found that quite uncomfortable before, you know, whereas can tell it's just, yeah.
Roses.
Yeah, like walking in a rose garden and forgetting that there's thorns on roses, you know? Yeah. There you go. You're starting to express that yourself a bit more.
All right. What is that move called? That's like kind of like just a general, like kind of.
Yeah, I forgot some. I kind of created it myself, but it's sort of like I can do another one that clicks in, but you're not ready for that. You know, it's too tight for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw this one where they did this on this Swedish fucking massage thing. You know what I mean? And I was like, that's a fucking, you know. And then they called it the sandwich or something. So I call it like a club sandwich. You know. Vegetarian club sandwich, you know. Oh, I felt that. That was a deep joint in here. Went. Relax.
So it's definitely moving.
It's moving. It's working. Now we can start to get into some of these points in the foot. Caressing, you know. Relax. Yeah, so if you're wanting to know that technique again, it's called, we named it after this Chinese girl. She used the name Wendy. Her name was probably something different, but you just slap them and go relax. And it's amazingly effective. It's kind of like subconscious, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's subconsciously effective, and we were like, that is so cool. I'll let you breathe a bit.
Oh, man. So like, yeah, because
Yep.
you're talking about moving it.
Yeah, because otherwise it gets stuck, and then you go, I can't handle anymore, you know?
Yeah.
So we got to get this out.
So so even if you're loosening stuff and it's sitting there, it's still going to cause problems until you let it get out of
It's just that the problems it'll cause will be more up here and up here.
Okay.
So then people...
So it'll move up. It'll start moving up, but it'll just get trapped. Upstairs.
Somewhere else, yeah. And then a person can get a headache after a massage, you know? So it's like, you got the energy out to the foot, but it's trapped in their head. So we've got to get them breathing it out, you know?
And this is just pumping air? Is that what it's doing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or other, whatever gases are in the body, like whatever makes up carbon dioxide. It's not just, basically whatever the person exhales, you know?
Yeah. The human body's like amazingly beautiful, amazingly gross.
Oh yeah,
it's just like this kind of.
It's fucking amazing. Like the more I I'd had to do all my like extensive anatomy and physiology to get my massage license in fucking Missouri, and it was interesting. It's like fuck, man. The more you go into, and you can go into small layers like the cell, and the fucking, you know what I mean, energy production and how they make up organs and how they make up this whole thing. And then you look at it from a Chinese medical perspective, and you look at the fact that different organs relate to different emotions, liver relates to stored anger, and heart with sadness, and lungs with grief, and it's like, wow. And then the incarnate, obviously the Latin word carne is flesh, but the incarnation of the soul, how does the spirit soul actually live in this body, Yeah. Is it comfortable? Is it you know what I mean? It's kind of like that's, and then, I've been pretty fascinated by death since my father died. I've been like, wow. And it's just, you've obviously got a lot of insights into that.
When did your mom pass away?
So just before Ellie was born, so probably 7 years ago now. I think it was 2016. I think Ellie was born in 2018.
And your mom wasn't she a midwife?
Yeah, she was a midwife, yeah.
And she was a nurse.
Yeah, and a nurse, yeah. She traveled a lot, like when she was younger before.
Traveling nurse, yeah.
Yeah, she went to Mexico and El Salvador. And my parents met in New Guinea. So my mom was on the flying doctor service delivering babies in the highlands of New Guinea.
Wow.
Yeah. And then my dad was an army officer. And she was like a pacifist. Because so her father fought in World War I, and like all the battles that the British fought in from 1914, like the Battle of the Somme. And he came out as a pacifist. He just didn't believe in war anymore. And I think my mom must have kind of got that,
Yeah.
And she got caught up with Quakers, sort of joined Quakers, and she was working with Quakers in Mexico and El Salvador, and had Quaker friends that actually got me into being a vegetarian.
Really?
Yeah, in Portland. They were the ones I was telling you about in Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
They're passed away now, but back in '87, I went traveling and caught up with them.
Wow.
And they were friends of my mom's that got her into the whole Quaker thing, and.
So you would have been 18. Right?
Yeah. So I was actually turned vegetarian 2 weeks before my 18th birthday.
Wow.
I read this book called Animal Liberation by this Australian philosopher, Peter Singer. And I was like, wow, that hit me,
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. But yeah, it was my mom's friends that kind of introduced me to it. Yeah.
Wow. Was your mom vegetarian?
No, I came back because I'd come over from Australia to Canada and America for 4 months. I came back. She said, what did my friends do? Now she had to cook all these extra meals. And, But yeah, once she said, "Oh, you're the conscience of the family."
She did?
Yeah, which was kind of nice. But yeah. Hey, sweetheart, we're just doing some massage right now. Cuddle. Yeah, my dad was in the Army. No, he was 23, she was 36. So there's
Wait, she was 36?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a cradle snatcher. He was a captain in the army, in the Australian army, because back then New Guinea was a protectorate of Australia, and they were worried about Indonesians invading, and
Ah.
My mom swore she'd never marry a soldier, but she did. They went back to Australia, and so they met in '63.
But she was English, right?
She was English, and he was an Australian. He'd never left Australia, New Zealand, or New Guinea, and she traveled the world, and you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, because by that time she'd 36. She'd
been to England, Denmark, Canada, America, Mexico, El Salvador, a few other places along the way. Yeah, so she'd traveled. And he went back, and then that's when he had his court case against the Australian government.
Oh yeah.
I think she didn't want him to stay in the army either, And they moved to England. He was an engineer, helped build the main freeway between London and Edinburgh. So my sister was born in Welwyn Garden City, outside of London. My brother was born I think he was born in Glasgow. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So they were born in Scotland and England.
Yeah, Scotland and England.
You were born in Canada.
Yeah. So then they moved to Toronto, and then I was conceived there, and then they moved to Ottawa, and I was born there. So I'm the only Canadian in the family. People used to call up, and they'd be like, they get my mom's English accent, or they would get my dad's Australian accent. And they'd be,
I guess everybody in your family was born in a different country.
My mom was born in England, and so was my sister.
I thought, Glasgow.
No, my brother was born in Glasgow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my mom was born in Enfield in Middlesex. Yeah, just outside of London, and my sister was born in Welwyn Garden City.
Okay, so those two were in
England. My brother, really, he probably lived in Scotland for 6 months,
Yeah.
He doesn't have a Scottish accent or anything. Their accents are kind of hybrid Canadian, Australian, bit of American.
Did your brother graduate high school in Miami?
No, he graduated in Sydney, in Australia. So he was 15 or 15 and a half when we left Miami, and I was 14. So he was one grade ahead of me.
Oh, okay. So you guys were closer in age than I thought he was.
He's 18 months older.
Okay, so not that.
Yeah. Yeah, so he did, I did 10th, 11th, and 12th grade in Australia, and he did 11th and 12th. And then I went to university in Sydney. I had a year off, and that's when I went traveling back to, and came to America and worked Canada and America. And that's when I became vegetarian. And but yeah, Portland, back then I spent like a few weeks there, and it was beautiful. Oh, nice. Big breath.